You're listening to Cosy English Podcasts.
Your cozy place to speak with ease.
Your coworker says, "Do you want to come with us after work?" You understand every word, but your answer is somewhere behind your eyes, still changing from your first language into English.
And then the silence gets bigger. You think, I know this. Why can't I just say yes, no, maybe?
Your coworker is waiting. You smile, you panic a little, and finally you say,
That tiny can feel like a very long movie. And the worst part is, you may know exactly what you want to say.
Welcome to a new episode of Cosy English Podcasts. I'm here with Emily, and today we're talking about English you can say before you translate every word in your head.
And I'm here with Mike. Our topic is the Fast Reply Toolkit. Small, ready English patterns that help you answer when real conversation moves fast.
This is not about speaking like a robot with a list in your mind.
No, it is about having a few safe first steps. Then your real thoughts have time to arrive.
Have you had that feeling? Someone asks a simple question, and your brain suddenly starts building a perfect 10-word answer.
Oh yes, you do not just answer, sure. You try to make a beautiful sentence about your plans, your feelings, the weather, and your whole life.
Exactly. Meanwhile, the person only asked, "Want some coffee?"
And by the time your perfect answer is ready, they are already walking away with the coffee.
Fast conversation shows us something important. Knowing English words is not always the same as being ready to speak.
Because conversation does not wait for every word to line up. People react, ask another question, laugh, change the subject.
Mental translation can help when you study. It can help you understand a book or write a careful message.
But in a quick chat, translating every part can slow you down. You hear English, change it into your own language, make an answer there, then change it back.
That is a lot of work for one small reply.
So the goal is not never translate. The goal is have some English ready before you need it.
Think of it like keeping an umbrella near the door. You do not make an umbrella when it starts to rain.
And you do not need 50 umbrellas either. A few good ones are enough.
Let's start with a phrase that gives you a little space. Let me think.
Let me think means, please give me a short moment. I am finding my answer. It is much better than going completely silent.
For example, someone asks, "What did you do last weekend?" You can say, "Let me think. I went to my sister's house on Saturday."
Notice that it is not an excuse. You are still in the conversation. You are telling the other person, I heard you, I'm answering.
Right. Silence can make you feel lost. Let me think makes the silence useful.
I used to think learners should try to answer right away, with no pause at all.
Ah, the strict teacher voice. Speak faster.
A little, yes. But I changed my mind. A calm 2-second pause is more natural than a fast, confusing sentence.
That is such a relief. You are allowed to take a breath.
Here is another helpful frame. I'm not sure, but...
It means, I do not know the full answer, but this is my best idea. The word sure here means certain or fully confident.
For example, a friend asks, is the store open on Sundays? You can say, I'm not sure, but I think it opens at 10.
That little but is powerful. It lets you speak without pretending you know everything.
Yes, and it sounds honest. You are not saying, I have no idea, and then stopping. You give the person something useful.
I like that it takes away pressure. Learners often wait because they want to be 100% right.
But everyday talk is full of people being partly sure. Native speakers do it all the time.
True. We say, I think so, maybe, or I'm not sure, but we are not taking a test at the kitchen table. Let's put those two frames into a real moment. I ask, "Are you free this Friday evening?" Answer within 3 seconds.
Let me think. I'm not sure, but I think I'm free after 7.
Great. You did not need a perfect plan. You gave me a real answer and an opening.
And now you can say, would you like to get dinner?
Exactly. Would you like to get dinner is a simple way to ask if someone wants to eat together.
Okay, but now I have a question. What if I understand the words, but I do not understand what the person really wants?
Then do not guess wildly. Ask for help.
That sounds simple when you say it. In the moment, it can feel scary.
It can. But asking is often faster than quietly building the wrong answer. One very useful phrase is, "Could you say that again?"
It means, please repeat your words. Use it when you did not hear clearly or when the person spoke too fast.
For example, someone says, "The meeting has moved to Thursday." If you miss it, say, "Could you say that again?"
You do not have to explain your whole problem. You do not need to say, my listening is bad today. Just ask for the sentence again.
You can also add, "A little more slowly, please." That is polite and clear.
I love this because it changes the feeling. Instead of thinking, I failed, you think, I need one more chance to hear it.
Yes. Conversations are not one-time tests. People repeat things for each other all day.
And most people are happy to help when they know what you need.
There's a different question for a different problem. What do you mean by...
This means, please explain this word or idea. You use it when you heard the sounds, but the meaning is still unclear.
For example, your friend says, "The movie was kind of intense." You can ask, "What do you mean by intense?"
Intense can mean very strong or emotionally heavy. Maybe the movie was scary, sad, or full of action.
So, "Could you say that again?" is about hearing the words. "What do you mean by" is about understanding the idea.
Exactly. That small difference matters.
Wait. That is a good reason not to use one sentence for every problem.
Yes, your toolkit has different tools. You would not use a spoon to open a door.
I have tried a spoon with a difficult jar, though.
And did the spoon win?
Absolutely not.
Now let's talk about agreement. A great fast reply is, I know what you mean.
It means, "I understand your feeling or your point." It does not always mean you had the exact same experience.
For example, I say, after work, I want to talk to nobody for 10 minutes. You can reply, I know what you mean. My brain feels tired too.
That second sentence matters. It turns a small reply into a real connection.
Yes, if you only say, yes, 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 the talk can stop. But, I know what you mean invites you to add a little more.
I sometimes worry that learners hear this phrase and use it when they actually do not agree.
Good point. If you disagree, do not use it just to be nice. You can say, I see what you mean, but I feel differently.
"I see what you mean" means, "I understand your idea." Then, "but" lets you give your own view.
That is kinder than jumping straight to, no, you're wrong.
Let's try it. I say, "Working from home is always better." 3 seconds.
I see what you mean, but I like going to work sometimes. I enjoy seeing people.
Nice. You did not fight me. But you did not hide your opinion either.
Now my turn. Big cities are exciting, but they are too loud.
I know what you mean. I like visiting a big city, but I do not think I could live there.
That sounds natural because you added one small personal detail.
It is also easier than trying to say everything. We do not need a speech about every city we have visited.
Thank goodness. My answer would take all afternoon.
Surprise is another place where short replies help. You hear a friend say, "I got a new job." You can say, "Really?"
Then add a follow-up question. Really? When do you start? That is enough to show real interest.
Really is not hard English, but the tone changes it. With a curious voice, it means, "Oh, I did not expect that. Tell me more."
With a flat voice, it can sound like you do not care at all. So let your voice do some work too.
Another good response is, "That's great." Then ask, "Are you excited?"
Or if the news is not happy, say, "Oh no, are you okay?" Short words can still feel very kind.
That is important. Fast replies are not empty replies. They can carry care.
Yes, often the person does not need a perfect sentence. They need to feel that you heard them.
Here is a focus phrase for when an idea sounds reasonable. That makes sense.
It means, now I understand why you think or do that. It is not exactly the same as agreeing with every part.
For example, someone says, "I'm taking the bus because parking is expensive." You can say, "That makes sense. Parking costs a lot there."
It is a lovely phrase because it gives the other person a little relief. They feel understood.
But do not use it like a stamp on every sentence.
Yes, please do not say, "That makes sense," after someone says, "I had eggs for breakfast."
Unless the eggs were part of a very serious plan.
Maybe they were training for an egg eating contest.
Then it makes perfect sense.
We have talked about starting a reply. Now, let's keep the conversation moving after that first reply.
A very useful pattern is, "How about you?" It means, "Now I would like to hear your answer to the same question."
For example, "I usually cook at home. How about you?" The first person shares, then passes the conversation back.
This is especially helpful when you are afraid the talk will end after one sentence.
It also saves you from making a new question every time. You can use it after many topics: work, food, weekends, music, travel.
"I liked the book. How about you?" "I'm tired today. How about you?" "I want to go home now. How about you?"
That last one might be a little direct at a party.
True. Maybe use it when you are talking to your best friend, not your boss. Another short follow-up is, "What happened?"
It means, "Please tell me the story." Use it when someone says something happened, but they have not told you the details.
Your friend says, "You will not believe my morning." You can say, "Oh no, what happened?"
Or they say, "I missed the train." You can ask, "What happened?" Maybe the alarm did not ring. Maybe the bus was late.
I like this one because it is open. You do not need to guess the right question.
Yes, but listen first. If they already look upset, start with care. "I'm sorry, what happened?"
That feels warmer.
It does. The same words can become kinder when you notice the person in front of you.
Let's look at a phrase people often use when the answer changes. It depends.
It depends means the answer is different in different situations. You are saying there is not one simple yes or no.
For example, someone asks, "Do you like working on weekends?" You could say, "It depends. If I have a busy week, I do not mind 1 hour on Sunday."
That is much better than forcing yourself into an answer that is not true.
But it needs something after it. If you only say, "It depends," people may wait.
Right. Add the reason. It depends on the weather. Or, it depends. Is it a long trip?
So, "It depends" buys time, but it also opens a door for more talk.
Exactly. It is not a wall. It is the beginning of a clearer answer.
Now I want to make one thing very clear. Do not memorize whole conversations word for word.
Really? But many learners love a full script. It feels safe.
I understand that. A full script can help at first. But real people change the question, the place, the mood, everything.
So we memorize a frame, not a long speech.
Yes, a frame is a short shape you can fill with your own words. For example, I'm not sure, but I think. Then you add your idea.
I'm not sure, but I think the restaurant is closed. Or, I'm not sure, but I think she's at home.
Same frame, new meaning.
That feels less scary. I do not have to carry 100 finished answers in my head.
Let's make more frames. That's a good question.
It means I need a moment because your question is interesting or not easy. For example, that's a good question. I think I would choose the beach.
Another one is, I haven't thought about that. This means, this idea is new to me, so I need time.
For example, would you move to another country? I haven't thought about that. Maybe, but it would be hard.
These phrases are honest. You are not acting fast when you do not feel fast.
And honesty sounds more natural than a long, strange answer that you do not really mean.
I want to add a small warning. Do not learn every phrase as one block of sound.
What do you mean?
Learn its job. Let me think gives time. Could you say that again? Asks for sound again. How about you gives the turn back.
That is the key. When you know the job, you can choose the right phrase in a real moment.
And you can change it a little. Could you say that again? Can become, could you say the last part again?
Or, what do you mean by busy? Can become, what do you mean by expensive? The frame stays. One word changes.
This is much easier than trying to remember a long, perfect answer from a textbook.
It also helps you listen. You are not thinking, what was my line? You are thinking, what does this person need from me?
Maybe they need your opinion. Maybe they need a question. Maybe they just need a kind reaction.
And sometimes they need you to say, I'm sorry, that sounds hard.
Let's do a quick role play. The rule is simple. We each answer within 3 seconds.
I feel nervous already. No long thinking, no secret notes.
First situation. You are at work. Someone says, we're ordering lunch. Do you want anything?
Let me think. Yes, please. What are you getting?
Great. You bought time, answered, and asked a question back.
My turn. You hear, the team meeting is now at 9 tomorrow.
Could you say that again? The meeting is at 9 tomorrow?
Perfect. You asked for a repeat, then checked what you heard.
Checking is smart. It is not rude.
Next one. Your friend says, I might quit my job.
Really? What happened?
Good. You did not rush to give advice before hearing the story.
That is hard for me. I want to jump in and solve everything.
Me too. But what happened gives the person room to speak.
Okay, my turn. Someone asks, do you think this apartment is too expensive?
It depends. Does the price include bills?
Nice. You showed that one detail changes your answer.
And I did not need to know the apartment first.
Here is a more personal one. A friend says, I feel tired even after sleeping a lot.
I'm sorry, that sounds hard. Have you been very busy lately?
That is a beautiful, fast reply. It has care, then a gentle question.
Thank you. Now you. I say, I hate making small talk at parties.
I know what you mean. At first, I never know how to start.
Yes. Then someone asks, so, what do you do? And suddenly it feels like a job interview.
Exactly. But maybe a fast reply can help there too.
Sure. You can say, I work in a shop. How about you? Simple, friendly, and the ball goes back.
I noticed something in all these examples. The first reply does not need to carry the whole conversation.
Yes, that is where many learners get stuck. They think one answer must be complete, clever, correct, and interesting.
But a conversation is shared work.
You can give one small piece. The other person gives one back. Then you build something together.
That is why short patterns are so useful. They get you into the shared work quickly.
They also make mistakes feel smaller. If one word is not perfect, the conversation can still move on.
And often, the other person understands anyway.
Or they ask a question and you get another chance.
Let's practice a tiny, everyday conversation. I say, "Did you watch anything good last night?"
Let me think. I watched a funny show. How about you?
I'm not sure I watched anything good, but I did watch an old movie.
Really? What movie?
A space movie. It was long, but I liked it.
What do you mean by long? 2 hours or 3 hours?
Almost 3 hours. That makes sense now, right? I was sleepy at the end.
I know what you mean. I need snacks for a movie that long.
Did you hear how little English we needed there?
We did not use fancy words. We used ready replies, questions, and small details.
If you are listening at home, do not try to learn everything today.
Pick 2 phrases. Maybe, let me think, and how about you? Say them out loud a few times.
Then use them in a low-pressure moment. Talk to yourself while making tea. Answer a simple question in the mirror.
Or send a short voice message to a friend. Ask, how was your day? Then say, mine was busy. How about you?
Small practice makes the phrase feel less new.
And when the real moment comes, your mouth may find it before your translator wakes up.
Let's come back to that coworker from the beginning. They ask, "Do you want to come with us after work?"
You do not need to freeze. You can say, let me think. I'm not sure, but I think I can.
Or, "I'd love to, but I have plans tonight." Then you can add, "Maybe next time."
If you did not hear the question, say, could you say that again? If you need to know more, ask, what time are you going?
The answer does not have to be perfect before it leaves your mouth.
It just needs to be a real first step.
Keep a few response frames ready and give yourself permission to pause.
Thank you for listening to Cosy English Podcasts. We hope your next English conversation feels a little lighter.
Take a breath, say one small thing, and let the conversation grow from there.
See you next time. Goodbye.
Goodbye.